Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Whenever you're tuning in, still continuing to read my book to everybody and chat a bit about it. No hair and makeup again, so don't be judging. No, I'm kidding. I only judge myself, right? All right, so we are moving into chapter 14. For those of you that are just found this video or whatever, I wrote a book in 2019. I published it in 2020. That sounded funny. 2019, and then I published it in 2022. And I've had a calling to read and chat, and so it just came. The calling to do this just has been like, hitting pretty hard lately. So here we go. Chapter 14, Healing and Letting Go, Allowing the Flow of Wealth and Worthiness in. I've learned recently and through the years that we have a lot of energy healing that is needed in order for us to feel or allow the complete state of abundance. If we've had things that has happened to us, we've bought the program. Example, as a young child, if we were molested or treated in a way that was abusive, we plugged in an unworthiness program in our minds and passed it down to our kids and others, and so on and so forth. I've been on the spiritual awakening journey, healing and growing and expanding my consciousness, allowing abundance here and there, but I realized at a very young age, I was programmed, or I bought and sold over and over to myself and others, that if you don't work hard and kill yourself and sacrifice everything, then you don't deserve anything. That if it comes easy, you can't be worthy of it. We tend to block ourselves from worthiness of abundance. Instead, we're stuck in a victim state of unworthiness and undeserving states that force us out of our soul's mission, creating an abundance in all we do in opposite onto the vibrational frequency of unworthiness. We create hardship in everything. Then we medicate ourselves. We deliberately self-destruct ourselves and then judge and shame sit, and the journey just gets worse and worse and has grown to the masses. Majority of the entire human race, there's only about 1 to 3%, and this was back then, 1 to 3% of the human consciousness that hasn't bought and sold the bullshit to self and to their kids, and guess what? They are living rich and abundant lives. Wait, what? Oh, okay, so 3% of the human consciousness that hasn't bought and sold the bullshit to self and to their kids, and guess what? They are the ones living their rich, abundant lives. Then there's the other 97% that hate and judge on them, along with blame, and that's how you end up blocking yourself and others due to you can't hate and judge something you want to be without blocking it, you see. We're programmed in almost all movies that rich people are mean and horrible people. They always show the poor waitress or housekeeper, etc., so on, as the good people. Hard workers are better than rich. Yet another program we bought and sold and see daily. If they are nice and rich, then they're robbed. So it seems we've been programmed all around to fear having plenty, as in we'll become an asshole, or our kids will be kidnapped for ransom. It's never a happy ever after story. Have you noticed the vibrational frequencies? This continually holds on all humanity. Self-sabotage has become the norm. It seems it's called we self-destruct. When we're not feeling worthy, and then when it seems like it's a bad thing, what we want isn't to be a bad person, so wanting to have plenty is bad, so then we buy another programmed belief that wanting more is bad, that we're being greedy now. That happens a lot of times when people, I was stopping to chat a bit, but that happens a lot of time too when you kind of wake up to that spiritual, just kind of wake up and you realize so many things, and then you kind of almost disengage out of the game completely instead of creating your own. Anyways, because of that program that can hold you back, and you can't change what you don't acknowledge. So once you kind of acknowledge that, and then you can kind of see that happening. Now let's wanting more is bad, that we're being greedy now. And that's also one of the things, I can't remember which one that is, but that's like, now let's slow some more shame and guilt come in to really allow the bullshit beliefs and programs take over. While we feel hopeless because we're damned if we do and damned if we don't, we then turn to what's next, self-destruct, and distracting ourselves on anything that we can. Social media, movies, gaming, fights, football, all sporting events, gaming, shopping, retail therapy, drinking, smoking, drugging, eating shitty food, not being active and not working out, or meditating, or pray. And slowly but surely we all stuck in this hate formed around resentment and anger and confusion, to more drug use to stop the pain more. Non-emotional sex due to you think you don't deserve, and so you don't think anybody else deserves, so then you hate on other who seem to be happy and have more than you. They've allowed more in, but instead of asking and learning and allowing how to allow, we hate and harm and try to sell those same programs you've bought and sold. So now you're pissed and it makes you feel like messed up, but you've already filled with that. You're already filled with that shame enough and guilt, so you can't take any more. So that's why we hate on others. Good news is you can change it all by healing your energy fields as well as changing your programmed beliefs. Then you will jump into desired dimension by refocusing your thoughts and emotions and expanding your consciousness, etc. so on. If you're reading this, you are definitely doing all of that. So congratulations.